Retina UK is the only UK charity dedicated solely to working for people affected by inherited sight loss. Our vision is a world where everyone with inherited sight loss is able to live a fulfilling life. We're here for you. The Retina UK helpline have a team of volunteers who have personal experience of inherited sight loss. So whether you're looking for practical information or emotional support, we can help. Just call 0300 111 4000 or email helpline@retinauk.org.uk.
I live on my own and most of the time that's okay. I like it. But through lockdown there are times that I feel lonely. I have those days, the stress of everything that's going on. But this has been really helpful speaking to you. I will call again. Thank you.
Talking to Retina UK and the person on the talk and support line, he went to football matches, so I pushed myself to get out and about. Now I catch a bus to work on my own. You have to readjust, that's what I've done. Meeting Retina UK and the staff, it gave me the confidence to go out and have an interview, which I'd never had before.
So that's incredible. Now you're actually helping other people.
I've come a long way on my journey. The talk and support has helped me do that.
Our talk and support service matches those who would like a regular chat with a friendly volunteer who is also affected by inherited sight loss. Why not find out more from our website?
Volunteering with Retina UK offers an opportunity to grow. You retain your sense of value, become more confident, and learn so much more yourself while helping others. It's tremendous, and I'm really pleased that I've been able to do it.
Visit www.retinauk.org.uk. Email info@retinauk.org.uk. Call 01280 821 334.
Retina UK is the only UK charity dedicated solely to working for people affected by inherited sight loss. Our vision is a world where everyone with inherited sight loss is able to live a fulfilling life. We're here for you. Information Days, a time for learning and sharing.
I didn't know who I could turn to. I felt completely alone, and through Retina UK, I met people like me, other people that were my age and actually had RP. It was the first time I met people and I didn't feel alone.
Our events and information days are a great opportunity to meet others, learn about support available, and hear about the latest research. In autumn 2021, we plan to hold face-to-face events in Cardiff and London. Get together with our local peer support groups. You can meet others affected by inherited sight loss at our local peer support groups. We have groups in Birmingham, the east of Scotland, Glasgow, Hampshire, the Isle of Wight, London, Merseyside, Milton Keynes, Oxford and Somerset. More are on the way. These friendly groups usually meet face-to-face but are currently getting together online or by phone. There are often guest speakers. Why not give one a try?
This is just to say thank you for hosting the London group sessions online. It was really great to come together, share experiences and have a chat. Now so more than ever, given how all of the pandemic restrictions make it harder to travel and to socialise.
Connect online with our Facebook support groups. Our Facebook support groups provide a safe space to connect online with others from around the country and the world 24 hours a day. These include an information and support group and a parent and family group. Visit our website to find out how we can support you. We can only provide services like these thanks to the support of people like Sam.
I'm really proud to be fundraising for Retina UK. It's a cause which is really close to my heart. as I have family members with inherited sight loss and wanted to do something tangible to support people in similar situations.
Visit www.retinauk.org.uk. Email info@retinauk.org.uk. Call 01280 821 334.
Retina UK is the only UK charity dedicated solely to working for people affected by inherited sight loss. Our vision is a world where everyone with inherited sight loss is able to live a fulfilling life. We're here for you. Searching for causes and treatments.
When we received the diagnosis for the boys, it was a massive shock to us. Jack and Oliver have done so well though and taken it all in their stride. They really have amazed us. Research is going to be so vital for the future and hopefully lead to treatments and, fingers crossed, maybe even cures.
Retina UK funds research to understand the causes of inherited sight loss and develop treatments in the future. We strive to stimulate new thinking, encourage innovative approaches and nurture original ideas. In 2020, we supported 12 projects around the UK. These included research into retinitis pigmentosa, Stargardt disease, Usher syndrome and LCA. Income for research in general has been hard hit, and the pandemic will leave a significant hole in funding for all medical research, including into inherited sight loss conditions. But we remain committed to supporting the projects we are currently funding, whilst also striving to raise new funds for new research projects as we continue to search for therapies and treatments. This is only possible because of the amazing fundraising of our supporters. Supporters like Kerry.
My daughter was diagnosed with macular dystrophy at the end of 2020, and so I wanted to contribute to supporting people who have visual impairments and to support research into finding treatments. Joining Team Retina UK for this year's London Marathon was an opportunity I couldn't miss, as I want to help support research and I love running, so it's a great fit.
Make your voice heard on the Retina UK panel.
I find focus groups a great way to get involved in helping new projects get off the ground.
Sign up to become part of the Retina UK panel and be a voice for the inherited sight loss community. If you sign up, we will contact you about opportunities to become involved in research and other studies on a range of topics, including the impact of sight loss, well-being, and how best to support those who live with a visual impairment. Many of our panel members also get involved in accessibility testing for resources produced by Retina UK and other organisations that approach us for help. Interested? Complete the form on our website.
Visit www.retinauk.org.uk. Email info@retinauk.org.uk. Call 01280 821 334.
Retina UK is the only UK charity dedicated solely to working for people affected by inherited sight loss. Our vision is a world where everyone with inherited sight loss is able to live a fulfilling life. We want to do more of what we do best, supporting people affected by inherited sight loss and funding pioneering research.
I've followed Retina UK from the beginning after being diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa at the age of 28. It's truly heartwarming the amount of research and progress that is being made. I may not be in line for a renewal of my sight, but the work being done will help thousands in the future.
We rely entirely on the generosity of our supporters to fund our vital work, and we are so grateful to everyone who chooses to donate or fundraise for Retina UK during these challenging times.
I love the sense of achievement when I stand there and see hundreds of people really enjoying something that I've worked on. I can't recommend fundraising enough, and the support that Retina UK provides towards my fundraising ideas is just invaluable.
We simply couldn't do what we do without you. From saving stamps to running races to donating to make a difference. Find out how you can get involved at www.retinauk.org.uk/fundraising. Together, we can support people affected by inherited sight loss to lead better lives today and accelerate the search for treatments for the future.
Visit www.retinauk.org.uk. Email info@retinauk.org.uk. Call 01280 821 334.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to you all. We are delighted to have so many of you join us online today. We really appreciate how busy you all are and really appreciate you all taking the time out to join us, the Retina UK team, today. Many of you may have joined us for our first professionals conference, which was held in Milton Keynes in 2019. It really was a fabulous event, with so many ideas and experiences shared. We look forward, probably like the rest of the world, to repeating face-to-face events when it's safe to do so. But this is our first online conference, and thanks to the wonders of modern technology and a huge amount of effort from our team and the commitment of all involved, we really do have a great few hours planned for you. I'm sure everyone's feeling the shame and the disappointment of not being able to meet and talk in person over coffee or maybe a wine if it's after 5 o'clock. But all the same, it's great to come together and learn and share our experiences. Joining us today is the most impressive line of acronyms from any sector that I've ever worked in. But today we welcome ECLOS, eye clinic liaison officers, ROVIs, rehabilitation officers for the visually impaired, QTVIs, qualified teachers for the visually impaired, mobility officers, clinicians, and many other medical professionals. We're also delighted to welcome a number of our third sector or charity colleagues, and we're really pleased to see you here. As I've said, and I think we know, it's been an incredibly busy and stressful times, but these information sharing events make such a huge difference to the communities that we serve. I know that many of you are joining us for the first time. It's always a pleasure to meet people for the first time, and we look forward to your feedback today and questions about today as well. I just wanted to give you a little bit of background on Retina UK if you're not so familiar with us. We are the only UK charity dedicated solely to work for people affected by inherited sight loss. Our vision is a world where everyone with inherited sight loss is able to live a fulfilling life as they choose. By stimulating and funding medical research, we increase the understanding of these conditions and accelerate the search for treatments in the future. As well as the research, the information and support we provide helps people lead better lives today. We ensure no one with inherited sight loss need feel alone for very long at all. We at Retina UK are in a unique position of being small enough to listen and respond to our community's needs, be nimble, but with the clout and the reputation big enough to make our voice heard by those who matter in making a real difference for this community. We have come such a long way since the organisation was founded 45 years ago by Linda Cantor, who boldly decided to do something practical after her diagnosis in 1976. From a zero start with no meaningful information, data or group on what was known at the time as one condition, retinitis pigmentosa, we have now got to a position where we have invested over £16 million into pioneering research, and as a result have a much clearer view of the complexities of inherited sight loss. We have one live treatment, which I shall speak about in a moment, and a full suite of information and support services and we are also key collaborators in the sector and beyond, making a real positive impact for the community. I am incredibly lucky to have a very strong and able staff and trustee team, but we are driven, directed, guided, and ever motivated by our boss, which is the Retina UK community. So just a very brief overview for those among us who are not so familiar with inherited sight loss. Many inherited sight loss conditions occur when the cells in the retina, which is the light-sensitive region at the back of the eye, deteriorate in an unpredictable way. These conditions are often referred to as inherited retinal dystrophies, which include retinitis pigmentosa, or RP, Usher syndrome, Stargardt disease, and are the most common cause of blindness of working-age people in the UK as a group. Yet the conditions individually are rare or ultra-rare, with only 25,000 people affected in the UK. There are more than 300 genes that have been linked to inherited sight loss conditions, and there are many more that are yet to be identified. So I think we can appreciate how complex this area is. But whatever our role or your role is, we all have one thing in common, and that is a determination to make a positive difference to the lives of those affected by inherited sight loss. The Retina UK community, as we all are at the moment, are living in very challenging times. We know there is hope for treatments, but the pandemic lockdown and the inevitable slowing of research all take their toll. And I hugely appreciate everyone here today for the support and the reassurance that they give every day. So firstly, I'd really like to thank our speakers. We've got an amazing lineup that all have huge insight into inherited retinal dystrophies mental health, and most importantly, lived experience, helping us all have a greater understanding into this relatively rare group of conditions and the inevitable impact on the families that they are within. But also, without our sponsors and exhibitors, we wouldn't be here today providing this service, and indeed we wouldn't be here as a charity. So please, I'd like to say thank you to our sponsors Biogen, Janssen, Novartis, Ocuvision and ProQR. Genuinely, without the financial support, we wouldn't be able to host these events. So thank you so much for your ongoing support. But at the end of today, this is your conference. Please ask us questions. We are here not only to provide you with new information, but we really want to, where we can, fill any gaps in your knowledge or in any of the cases that you're dealing with. So please join us on the online chat, which is on the conference platform. Our telephone number is live, which is 01280 821 334. Or please email us at info@retinauk.org.uk and we will endeavour to answer as many questions as we can. We certainly know that it's been an extremely challenging year, and I know that many of you will have been working under difficult / impossible conditions while continuing to provide a highly quality support and reassurance to those families that you support. We at Retina UK want to especially thank you, not only for persevering under these difficult working conditions, but also excelling through this horrendous part in our history. What is clearer to us here at Retina UK is that we're needed more now than we ever have been before. In 2020, we recorded a significant increase in demand for our information and support services, with more people turning to us for support than has ever happened before. This included an overall rise of 23% in the number of phone calls our helpline took in 2020 compared to 2019. Incredibly, but also very sadly, between October and December of 2020, we saw 68.7% increase in our helpline calls compared to the same period in the previous year. This reflects not only the increased challenge posed by not only the nights closing in, which negatively impacts our community because of their vastly reduced night vision, but the impact of a second lockdown at this time as well. We already know that sadly this community struggles with their well-being and mental health, feeling isolated or experiencing a lack of confidence. 92% of our community said in 2019 that they had lived with mental health challenges due to their sight loss condition. And based on the anecdotal evidence and the increase in helpline calls, the pandemic has understandably intensified the levels of poor mental health in this community. Our dedicated volunteers, all of whom are affected by inherited sight loss, have generously given their time to ensure our community can stay connected, receive emotional and practical information through our helpline and talk and support services. They have been truly incredible, not only managing their own personal challenges through this time, but gaining fortitude and making the time to help others. And we, based on this, are forever indebted to this group. I personally certainly rely on this dedicated group of people to feed back honestly to me about ideas and ways in which we can further develop our work to be in line with what the community need and want from their charity. This led in 2020 to us developing a bespoke training module specifically for our volunteers to help them protect their own well-being and mental health while dealing with an increase in calls, many of which have become much more emotionally demanding. Also, as a result of this conversation, we are planning to further develop this work so our volunteers can spread this to support our wider community with their mental health too. We also found out that contact is more important than ever in lockdown. We've always known that our conferences and information days were very highly valued, not only for the information, but for the peer contact and meeting people who are in similar situations to you. And we know this is even more important during lockdown, so have helped many of our volunteer-led local peer support groups around the UK start meeting online until they can be in person again. We have been delighted to say that these groups have been really well attended and welcome many new people at every opportunity. I know that sadly, the mental health challenges I'm talking about will be of no surprise to you, and you will be seeing firsthand the impact of the pandemic on the mental health of those you support. And sadly, we expect that this impact will be felt for years to come. As a result, we are delighted to be joined today by Principal Clinical Psychologist Dr. Ian McCubbin, who will be helping us to understand how best to support our clients' mental health. Thank you so much, Dr. McCubbin. We're delighted to have you here to further understand and support our community moving forward. For those of you that may be supporting someone who is having a tough time, please do encourage them to get in touch with our helpline. We also have loads of information on our website, retinauk.org.uk. Whether they need practical information or just a listening ear, we are here for them. And remember, we are also here for you in your professional role too. The most important takeaway from this conference is that we are in this together for our community. So please let's support each other. The other part of Retina UK's vision is to fund research and stimulate the search for treatments. And income for research in general has been particularly hard hit during the pandemic, and it will leave a significant hole in funding for all medical research, including that into inherited sight loss conditions. The AMRC, which is the umbrella organisation for medical research charities, have predicted it will take 4.5 years to recover the funding from charitable sources into research from the first lockdown. So we have a really big mountain to climb. The double whammy for our labs has been that there's also been significant delay, not only from the labs being closed and people not being able to go in, but the loss of live cultures and lab work that has deteriorated during this time. And these lab works, these cell cultures take time to rebuild, takes time and it takes money. So we need to really get behind creating further momentum. At Retina UK, we remain committed and remain supporting all of the projects that we are currently funding, but we're also striving to get back into a position to support new and innovative science in our quest for treatments and therapies. Having said that, though, over the last few years, we have seen such significant progress, including the first treatment for an inherited sight loss condition being available on the NHS, a real pivotal moment 20 years after the proof of concept. Retina UK has been heavily involved throughout the NICE decision-making process on Luxturna, which is what the drug is called, and worked hard to ensure that our community's voice was heard. There is absolutely no doubt that our community played a critical role influencing NICE's decision, which meant that this treatment would be available on the NHS. We were able to present a compelling case to the decision-making committee with findings from our 2019 sight loss survey, which was completed by almost 1,000 members of our community. The committee's evaluation document specifically quotes our survey's findings on the mental health impact, and we know that this had a positive effect on the decision making. We are determined to carry on doing all we can to keep that momentum going and remain optimistic that more treatments will soon be available. We will continue to work closely with NICE to ensure our community's voice is heard in the process, and that decision makers understand the true impact of progressive sight loss on people's lives. We are also actively encouraging the sensory loss sector to collaborate further, ensuring that the process reflects the true impact of sensory loss, which can unfortunately fall outside traditional considerations of the process, especially if your condition is untreatable. Rest assured, we will not be lifting our foot off the accelerator in making the reality of treatments in clinic something that happens very soon in the future. We are thrilled today to be joined here by Professor James Bainbridge from Moorfields and Jake Turnant, who was the first person in the UK to receive this pioneering treatment. I'm so excited to hear what both of these guys have got to say, especially as Jake believes this makes him one of the luckiest people in the country. I'm sure you will really enjoy this presentation and have many questions for them both, so please put them through to us. So despite our tough year and having to furlough a number of our team to protect our finances, and thanks to a grant from Novartis, we have developed some new resources, one of which we are incredibly proud to launch today, and it is called Unlock Genetics. We at Retina UK have long had concerns about the lack of awareness about genetic testing and genetic counselling within the inherited sight loss community, and the low number of people who know which faulty gene has caused their condition. Our Retina UK sight loss survey in April 2019 confirmed our suspicions. When asked about genetic testing, 43% of respondents told us they were not aware of this service, or that they were aware of it, but it's not available to me. In addition, the surveyed showed confusion about the process, meaning and importance of genetic diagnosis and counselling, with nearly half saying they had a diagnosis, but only 15% being able to give us that diagnosis. Also stressing the importance, not only to science, family planning, but future treatments, of going through this process as a family, when largely speaking there is no treatment at the moment, is a priority for us. The benefits of our community having a genetic diagnosis and accessing genetic counselling include being given a more accurate prognosis in terms of the speed and the nature of their sight loss, potentially becoming eligible to participate in the increasing number of clinical trials exploring the viability of possible treatments in the future, and having the opportunity to get involved with the process of getting treatments approved and reimbursed, and being able to access these treatments when they emerge from the pipeline. And also understanding more about the inheritance pattern of their particular condition. And we want to change this perception. Through Unlock Genetics, we aim to increase the understanding of genetic testing and counselling to enable people to make informed choices for themselves and for their families. Kate and Denise from the team will be showing us the website later today, and I would encourage you to visit it, and please signpost those you support to it. We are happy to provide you with any resources you may need to help you to do this. We are thrilled to be joined by Dr. Panos Saranagotis, who will be talking about the value of genetic testing in providing the best care for family. It's something that matters to us all, and I really appreciate you being here with us today, and hope that you forgive me my terrible pronunciations. Again, remember, this is your conference, so here's a quick slide just to remind you that there is an online conference platform, a telephone number 01280 821 334, and an email address info@retinauk.org.uk, which is being managed live today. So please get in touch if there is anything we can help you with. So leave you with a lovely slide of our fantastic and friendly staff group who are all behind the scenes today, helping you have the best experience you can. I really hope you have a fantastic day with us, and I am absolutely desperate, as I'm sure a lot of you are, to meet up face to face and have a coffee and a chat and be in the same room. But in the meantime, this is going to be a fantastic experience today. So have a great time and enjoy the day. Thank you.